Good evening, everyone. GM Crafts bringing you another Facebook Live. Wow, well, it's May the 18th. It's flying by again this month, isn't it? How are you all this evening? Thanks for joining us. Of course, tonight we've got lots more to share with you. I've got so many things to tell you and talk to you about. I'm going to try and plough through them, make them as exciting and as interesting for you as I can. There's so many things I want to share. Have you seen, before I start, this week's giveaway that we've been offering? So if you haven't, then come back tomorrow or the next day. Keep your eyes peeled. There'll be a couple of posts through the week. But we're going to try something different, and we're doing a live announcement each week for the next couple of weeks of the winner. And the prize will be loyalty points, credit on your account with us to spend as you wish. And it may vary each week. One week it may be one thing and maybe it might be another the next week. So do keep your eyes out. So this week we've done a £10 one. So the winner will get £10 to spend with us. And all we asked was for you to share what you've been making. And if you shared the post, tagged a friend, you got bonus entry for everyone. And every entry was counted. And we put it into a randomizer earlier on this afternoon after 12 o'clock when the draw finished. And we have a winner. So keep your eyes peeled for the announcement of that tonight. I've printed out her entry to show you because actually it's really nice. I really like it. So I thought you'd be interested to see that. So I will share that with you. I hope she's with us tonight because I know she was going to join us. I think she said something about it yesterday on one of the posts that she commented on, I think it was that lady. Anyway, so we'll see, won't we? If it's you and you see it's you, then obviously do send us a private message with your delivery details and we'll get that, your account details, and we'll get that added on to you for you tonight. And if you want to win, then do keep your eyes peeled for this week's announcement when it goes on. So, of course, a live wouldn't be a live without a free cut file for you. This is exclusive for those of you that join us or watch the live back over the next few days. So this week's live is this lovely design that we've created for you using our rainbow HTV pattern. This is one of many different rainbows that we do on our pattern designs. And this one, I've already cut the tip off this for this bit here, but we're going to do this and cut this live for you. So this is a child's t-shirt that I've made, and tonight on the live I'm going to make a adult's t-shirt. So you could do a father and son, mother and son, father and daughter, grandmother and grandson even. So the choice is yours, or even friends that want to go climbing together. I can see your dad wanting this t-shirt, Anya.
Oh, actually I can too, yeah.
I can really see that. Perhaps we should make him one for Father's Day.
Yeah.
So there is some great ideas that you can use this for. Now, obviously, you could use it self-adhesive, put it on a flask, put it on a lunchbox, put it on a cool bag. There really is lots of things you can do with it. Or you could even use it for sublimation or embroidery. So the world is your oyster with these cut files. So we're going to cut that for you tonight, and we used the rainbow for this part of the design, and then we've used our white Eco HTV for the wording. Now, the white Eco HTV is available in the Jubilee Mystery box. Reason I'm raising that is I have the Jubilee Mystery box with me tonight, but it is going back to head office because we've only got a handful left. So this is your absolute last chance if you want me to show you anything out of that Jubilee Mystery box, because after tonight it is going back to head office because I work from home most of the time, and then when I go back to the office I always take what I've got back and I get something different to bring for you. So that's going back before next week's live. So if you want to see that Jubilee Mystery box tonight, then let me know and I'll quickly show you that at some point through the live. So the discount codes. As always, I've really worked hard, and the very kind boss, the director, has allowed me to have a fabulous discount code for you tonight. And I've just put it somewhere. So have you seen where it's just gone? Because I had it in my hand and it's just flicked across the room, Anya.
Oh, did it?
In my excitement.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
What's that? Let's just show
Oh, there you go. See? There it is. It blended in with my green walls. So I have two codes for you tonight. I have 5GM Live. Please don't panic. Anya will put it on the comments thread, and if you comment for the links or the info or the discount code info, Anya will private message it all to you in one place so that you've got it to refer back to. These codes are only valid until Friday midnight, the 20th of May 2022, so you've got just over 48 hours to use them. So the 5GM Live discount code is for 5% only, and it is off all of our Cricut cutting machines, so your Maker, your Joy, the bundles for those machines as well, the Explore. It's for the easy presses, the mug presses, it's for the sublimation sawgrass printers. Have you seen we've got those now live on the website, and some fabulous bundles. And it is also for our bulk rolls, because we do some massive bulk rolls for trade customers on our website now. So if you want a bulk roll, 5GM Live will give you a 5% discount for the next 48 hours. It is also valid on our sublimation paper and vinyl sheet packs, so the printable products for sublimation. So that code will be valid for those. So if you want a machine, not Graphtec, but the other cutting machines that we do, if you want a press, easy press, heat press, mug press, clamp press, then that is the 5GMC live, 5GM live code will work for you, sorry. And if you want 15% off, then the 15GM live code will give you 15% off all of our vinyl selection on our vinyl section on the website. So that's our Oracle vinyl, our gloss prime, self-adhesive holographic, all of our HTV vinyl in our craft section. The only vinyl it won't be valid on is your Cricut and your Silhouette vinyl on the website. It is also valid on our papercraft section, on our transfer doodles, on our iron-on transfers, on our pattern vinyl in self-adhesive and gloss, and HTV, sorry, not gloss, but it is valid on gloss. And it is also valid on our starter kits and our mystery boxes. So there really is some great bargains to be had there. And talking about mystery boxes, now going back to that Jubilee mystery box, we have a handful left. And when they're gone, they're gone. And we've got that exclusive teddy in those boxes. Don't know whether you remember. We used him last week and we did a vinyl design on him using the glitter HTV that was in the box. And that live is on our YouTube if you want to rewatch it. Or it's also on our Facebook page. And that's the only way you can get this bear. He is a Mumbles bear, but he is exclusive to that Jubilee mystery box. So that's the only way you can get him. And if you use that 15GM live code, that will bring the box from £84.99 down to £72, I think it's 26p or something like that, with free delivery on top included, which I think is an absolute bargain. And that will save you well over £70 on the products, on their multi-buy prices, never mind their standalone prices. And of course you get the bear as well. So that really is an absolute steal. So there are your codes for tonight. I will come back and remind you of them later, but please use them before Friday midnight, just over 48 hours to use. And then when they're gone, they're gone. So let's get this cut file made for you. So then I've got something exciting to show you. Do you remember last week a lady asked us to bring you, we were doing that little Mumbles bear, and she asked us to show you how to use a big Mumbles bear with HTV. So that's what I'm going to do with you as well tonight while this is cutting. Have you got any queries that you would like help with? Have you got any questions? Is there anything you would like us to bring you? What would you like us to show you? Let us know. Anya's there on the other end of the phone tonight. She's answering your messages and comments. Anya, any questions?
Not yet, no.
No?
Not that I've seen,
Okay.
but I'll keep scrolling. I'm trying to catch up.
Okay, well let me just show you. So when you download our cut files, this is the Cricut one. We have all the instructions on the website. Our blog is filled full of cut files, tutorials. It's filled with lots of help articles, lots of top tip articles, and even cut settings for each individual machine and each individual vinyl from us as well. So when you upload it, you get the SVG, or if you're using Silhouette, we also include a PNG file. And if you use Brother, there is a Brother file for you there as well. So there really is a versatile cut file for everybody. And you bring it into Design Space, you bring it in here and load it into your canvas. and then you resize it. Now this is for the adult t-shirt, so I've resized it ready. So the cut area is 28 centimeters by 15. So I've done that. Now you would need to weld it. And the reason you need to weld it when you go into cry cut is because all the individual letters will be read, and when you go to make it, they'll be jumbled up all over the mat. Now that's great if you want to save vinyl and you don't want to cut it as an arc, but I like, especially for lives, but I think if you're not particularly confident in lining it up, it does make it much easier to just do it at this point. So weld it by choosing the weld, click on all the letters, click weld, and that will weld it for you. Same with the mountain blue bit. Again, all the little individual, so these little house bits will have all been individual as they were when they transferred in. So you just click it and click weld, and then it's good to go. Then you click make it in this top screen here. And obviously this is reversed for you guys because I'm under the camera, so I'd imagine it's a bit confusing, but hopefully you can see okay. So, and I'm going to choose to cut it on the mat. Next, continue. Now, because we're cutting it with our pattern vinyl, we print our pattern vinyl with the design face up. So when you cut HTV pattern vinyl or pastel vinyl from us, you need to cut it like you would self-adhesive. So you cut with a clear sheet on the mat always, and you cut with the pattern face up, so you don't reverse the clear, the pattern. But we are using Eco, which you do need to reverse on the lettering. So we're going to mirror this bit. I'll show you why when we get to putting it on the mat. So we're going to mirror for that. So that mirrored it, but then we're going to keep that exactly as it was. And then we're going to go continue. Now we're going to select the cry cut device. And then it'll offer you lots of different cut settings. We do advise, if you've never used a particular type of vinyl before, to test cut. Again, all instructions are available on our website, and we do have the links for that if you need them. So we're going to choose everyday iron on, and I'm going to choose the less, and I'm going to remember the setting, and that's it. So that's good to go. Now my cry cut machine is flashing for me to load the mat. Are you all right there, Anya?
Oh, yeah. Just sending them the links.
Excellent. So, have you seen our own cutting mats? They're fantastic value. You get 3 or single ones as well. So we do the standard grip, we do the low tack, and we do the high tack, firm grip, as you might like to call it, in the same colours as you would expect, but they are really good, and I find them brilliant. So,
we have a question.
Yeah.
Is the code site-wide or just vinyls?
The 15 GMC code is available for vinyl, pattern vinyl, starter kits, mystery boxes, paper crafts, app tapes. So our materials only, and our own, not cry cut or silhouettes ones. And the 5 GM live code is for those cutting machines, bulk rolls. It's for the Sawgrass sublimation printer bundles and the printable sublimation sheets. So you've got your 5 GM live code. Anya will give you the details. You've got them, haven't you, Anya?
Yes.
To send them. So the 5 GM live code will give you 5% off your printers, your sublimation printers, your sublimation bundles. It will give you off the sublimation papers, but not the inks or anything like that, just the papers and the bundles and the machines. The cry cut cutting machines, the silhouette cutting machines, the easy presses, the mug presses, and that's it. And the bulk rolls. The 15 GM Live will give it off all of our self-adhesive vinyl category, our HTV vinyl category, our pattern vinyl, our transfer doodles, our transfer iron-on, ready-made, ready-weeded designs, and our paper craft section. And again, Anya will give you the details for that. And they're only valid until midnight Friday, the 20th of May, 2022, so 48 hours roughly to get them in. Right, Eco Vinyl. So I'm going to use Eco for the lettering. And I just wanted to point out, I actually made this mistake myself tonight, talking on the phone to Alicia. She rang me to ask me a question that she got about 4 o'clock it was. She asked me a question for a customer, and she rang me, and I was busy talking to her. I put it on the Mac, so I always do a test cut before I do the live. And I was like, Alicia, I've gone and made the biggest boo-boo, and this is why. So whenever you get a new vinyl, if you're not concentrating like I wasn't at that point, just get your tweezers and peel the corner. And that always shows you which side is the vinyl and which side is the sheet. Now, it's really important because the software tells you to use glossy side face down, but glossy side face down is instructions for cry cuts vinyl only. So as you can see, the glossy side on this Eco is actually the vinyl side, and that's because we're using a recycled liner and a recyclable liner on the Eco, so it is dull, so that's why. So always check your corner. Clear sheet always goes to the mat. Don't panic, because you can put it back on the corner when you're finished, so you don't lose any vinyl. And now, you've seen me do this before, but for anybody that hasn't been with us on a live before, quite often I put my vinyl on the mat and I let it overhang, because the machine will just bring the mat backwards and forwards, and it always, when you've got it set to, it will cut at this top end. That allows you to trim quite closely in without wasting any vinyl then. So that's just a top tip that I use. Load the mat. Now.
Michelle says it was further asked for the brainstorm plan.
The Mumbles bag was, yes, it was Michelle. Well, Michelle, you asked and I am delivering for you. I'm going to show you how we put HTV on one of these large Mumbles bears. So this is the design I'm going to put on for you. I'm just going to move the cry cut machine away to one side. Oh, sorry, machine. So there's the Mumbles bear. This is what I've cut earlier this afternoon before I was ready.
I love it.
You do. So I've used our Pearlshine HTV. It's amazing, this Pearlshine, because it has a beautiful pearlescent holographic, and when it's applied it gives a gentle sparkle, but a bit of bling, but not, it's a nice subtle classy bling, I think. So I've cut the pink, and this is the neon pink Holo, rainbow Holo actually, neon pink rainbow Holo, bit of a mouthful, and then I've cut the black Holo to match. So let me just get my Easy Press Mini. So as always, when you get your Easy Press Mini, when you're using it for HTV, I always recommend, we've got settings on the website, on the blog, and a full explanation on how to use this. So if you would like the link for that, do let us know. But you always set it to 2, unless it's for the cooler sets like your turbo and you're going to do it for a longer press, then you'd use 1. But the instructions are on the website, on the blog. So I'm going to set it to 2 and let that warm up while I show you what I'm doing. Now, I said to you last week when I was doing that little mini bear that I always like to use, if I can find where I put it, here it is, silicone paper when I'm doing a bear. So I've got my silicone paper. Silicone paper is like your baking paper, your tracing paper, your parchment paper. It is a translucent paper, not Teflon. Teflon is very different. Please don't use Teflon with our HTV. So that's that. You've got your bear. Now, heat mat.
We have a question.
Yeah, go on then.
Oh, I just quickly shot past it. It's something about mug press. I'm
Okay.
looking to buy your mug press.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it.
How to buy it or how to use it. If you need to know how to buy it, then Anya can obviously help you with that. She can send you the links. We've got the link in that auto reply for tonight. To use it, we've got videos on YouTube. And we did a live last week with it. And I dare say we'll probably do one again next week with the mug press, because it's a common question that was on our TikTok tonight. We got some messages afterwards asking, so we may do that next week as well. But we do have some YouTube videos, and there is a little explanation on the product page itself. It's very easy to do, but again, we can help you with that. So when you're using a mug press, there's 2 ways of doing it. Did you see us do this last? This was what we made last week on our live. So this was our Star Sky, sorry, I'm going to keep calling it Star Ski and Hutch. This is our Star Sky colour changing mug. So I'm just going to get my heat press and show you this. So
I can't remember what that
thermochromic, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Fancy.
I can't get much of a cover area on here, but you can see as I touch it with the heat press, it's changing colour, it goes white. So you can imagine when you've got a hot cup of tea or coffee in there, the whole mug goes white, which is fabulous. So we did that last week during the live, and that live is still on our Facebook, and it's also on our YouTube. So if you want to see that, please let us know and we'll give you the link. But we will cover mug press in detail again. Perhaps next week we could put that down. If anybody else would like another mug press tutorial, let us know. So I just want to show you, I've cut my eco. I'm just going to set the pattern vinyl to cut while we're doing this. And then we'll be good to go with the teddy bear. Let me just put him to one side. So pattern vinyl, as I mentioned earlier, I will show you how we use it later. But our pattern vinyl, as I mentioned earlier, we cut design side face up. And I'm overhanging it off the mat, so we're going to trim that afterwards. So just get that in there.
Oh,
yeah.
Kay Ellis says.
Hello, Kay.
Those mugs are amazing. I've brought 2 so far. Made one for Father's Day, not used the other. I'd like to see what you've done with that.
I'd love to see what you've done with that, Kay. Either share it on here now or send us a message and we'll share it over the next coming few days if you like. Yeah, I'd love to see what you've done with it because that's exciting. I love to see what everybody's done. If you use our cut files, if you're using our products, there's lots of opportunities on our Facebook page, and you can tag us on Instagram, and you can tag us in Twitter as well, and you can tag us in TikTok. It really does make our day, but we do lots of different competitions and giveaways for people that share their work that they've made using our products, including the new giveaway that we did last week, which we're going to announce the winner for tonight. And we're going to do it again this week. So keep your eyes peeled for the social media post with that giveaway offer on there. And I'll announce the winner in a moment. I just want to do the teddy with you first. So get your teddy. Whenever you're using any HTV, I know I say this every time, please preheat. Now, obviously, because this is a teddy, I've covered it with a silicone paper, and you preheat for about 10 seconds, and this removes any surface moisture that's just naturally gained from the environment, and it prevents it from creating any steam when you apply the HTV, which can undermine the adhesive process. So once you've done that, then you can line your design up. So we're going to layer. So I'm going to put the heart on first. Now, there's 2 ways of doing it with these zippies. You can undo the zippy's bottom and you can take his cushion out, and then if you're very careful you can lay the zippy flat and you can press like that. So I'll just show you. So you get your iron or your press and you hold. Now I'm going to have to count, I'm sorry.
You have a request for a water tumbler with the mug press.
Water tumbler. Do you mean like those steel bottles?
Yeah.
We've got, bear with me a moment.
I was thinking otherwise we've done the other tumbler, haven't we?
Bear with. Let me just show you this. So we've got this on YouTube that we did. So this is a tumbler. We've got these available on the website for sale as well with straws. These are beautiful, really good quality. So we've got those on the website, and we've got that video for you on YouTube explaining exactly how to do it. Is that what you mean? The process is exactly the same for the steel bottles. Unfortunately, at present we don't sell the steel bottles.
Mug press tutorial with infusible ink transfer sheets would be a great help.
Yep, yeah, we could do that. That's a good idea. We do have one on the website for Halloween that we did, if that's of any use to you right now. Right, so as you can see, there's lots of imprints that I've created on the bear. as I've gone round, so I make sure that I press each area once and once only, and I've missed a tiny bit there. So if you look at it and think, okay, so just go in with the tip. Now the whole point is to make sure it's flat and that you can really, I'm really pushing in with my hands, as you can see. Hence why there's all these indentations. So that's one way of doing it. Now you have to let that cool for a few moments before you lift it. If when you lift it you pull any of the vinyl up with you, just gently peel away. So what I do is I hold the bear and I hold the sheet and I gently ease the two away. If you get any pull, then stop, let go of the sheet and go back in and repress, and then that prevents you from having any wrinkles or damage on the vinyl because you've lifted it and torn it. And that's its heart. So that's one way of doing it. The other way of doing it, if I put the cushion back in, it's got a lovely bottom. Look at his tail. I love these, they're so cute.
I see its tail. Where's its tail? Oh yeah, there it is.
Right, so we're back to having his heart. Now you have to sort of, at this point, just pull him about to where you want him, because sometimes when you put the cushion in, it perhaps doesn't go where you quite want. So you just have to pull it about. Now, I've got my Anya wording.
You can't guess who it's for.
Can't guess who it's for, can we, Anya?
No.
No, Anya. So I put that, and this time I'm going to cover it with a silicone sheet. Now, I've put his cushion in. Now, you could continue to do it flat, obviously, but this gives you the two alternatives. If you've got a clamp press, you're going to have to be careful, and you will have to take the cushion out, and you have to do it on the corner and move it and do it a bit at a time. If you've got an iron, it's very similar to this. If you've got a big press, again, you have to be careful not to catch the hole there. But you can, if you're careful, use the edge of your press and hold in one position. And as long as you're squashing that bear and getting as much pressure on that design as you can, then you won't go far wrong. So that's the other way of doing it. I'm going to continue with the mini press for now. So bearing in mind we're at the 2 again. So it's, make sure you've got him pressed. Now what I do is I hold the underneath this time because I've got the cushion inside. I hold the front and I squeeze the two together. And you can see I've marked, look, you get like a pressure mark where I've done it. Now don't panic, because once we've done, we'll pluff him up, rub him over, or she over, and it'd be good as new. Now it's worth bearing in mind that these are CE tested, but you need to talk to the CE Makers Association yourself and or trading standards before selling them, because the rules and regulations on how you've applied it are down to you to do that, and that's what we have to advise you. So do be aware of that. What are you laughing at over there?
It's for me and your spoiled rotten.
She is. Anya looks after you all out of hours. So whenever you message in on an evening or at weekends, it's Anya 99% of the time that's looking after you. So we have to look after Anya. And she always helps me with my lives.
Michelle said she didn't know the innards came out of the Mumbles.
The Zippies do, and yes. The Zippies do, and you've got the pillow pals. Some of them did and some of them didn't. With the Velcro, yeah. And then you've got the Colour Me Bears. Anya's got all the links for them. Now, the Colour Me Bears and this one with the white front can be also sublimated onto. So if they've got a white front, they can be sublimated onto as well as HTV. So once you're happy, you've pressed each area once. Give it a few seconds. Now I can see I've missed a bit. I've missed a bit there because it's not even pressed on, and I've missed the tail of the A. So I always have a look, see what I've done, so I can work out if I'm missing anything. So So I know I've missed that bit and I've missed that bit. So you just go back in, cover it with this silicone sheet, and just remember to put your pressure on. If you know you've missed the tip, push your tip in. Don't panic, you will squash him because you're putting so much pressure on. But as long as you're doing this now and not leaving him squashed overnight, then you haven't got to worry.
I like to use my Zippies for my pyjamas.
Yeah. Reminds me of when I was a child and I used to have a pyjama case. I can't remember what it was. I think it was a dolly. My nan made it out of rags, as I recall. It was a long time ago now. But yeah, make a great pyjama case. I made one for my grandson and I filled it full of sweets and chocolates because he lives quite a distance away. So I sent it to him for Christmas, filled with sweets and chocolates and his favourite little treats that I know he likes. Just going to let that cool for a second. And he loved it. And I put on it, you must have seen it on our Facebook page, filled with lots of love for Kane. So he enjoyed that. Right, so I've cut the rainbow while that's just cooling for a second. Let's move that to one side. Right, I can see that's you right there.
Sent the wrong link.
There we go. Now, if you're looking a bit untidy, don't panic at this point because you've messed him about. You just go back in with your iron.
That is the one that we sent, isn't it?
Sorry?
That tumbler.
Yeah.
This lady has sent the link to the tumbler, and I believe it's the one we've already done.
Yes, if it's on our website, then yes, it is.
Where you get the metal straw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there we go. That's how you apply HTV to a Mumbles bear. Make sure it's fully applied. Make sure you leave it for 48 hours and do follow the CE testing and trading standards regulations if you're giving this away to somebody else, especially for a child. Right, so we've done him. Oh, it's warm in here tonight. I know I say it every week, but it just doesn't seem to cool down, does it, now we're moving into the summer months?
Before you do that, are we doing a little announcement?
Oh, yes, we are doing a little announcement. Thank you, Anya. See, she keeps me on the straight and narrow. So, let me see if I can find it on our... So I don't need my laptop now. So I can show you all what you're looking out for. Bear with me a moment. I want to show you all this post. So you know what to look out for over the coming days. It may look slightly different. Because I will change it probably, but it will look similar. So this is the post that I'm announcing tonight. Can you see that? Can you see that? So watch out for this post again to enter for the next week's live draw. And then after lunchtime today, we put it into a randomiser. It took us a little while. There was quite a lot of entries, which was fantastic, so thank you very much. And this was our winner. I took a print out of her photo she put on, and she used this on her fishing tackle rod bag. And she's actually commented since then saying it got rather wet today.
Oh.
And it was Oracle 651 that she used, and it looks fantastic. I really like the design on that, Fishwife. And the winner is Debbie Butler. Debbie Butler, if you could send us a PM with your registered email address with us, we'll credit your account with £10. And obviously, guys and ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please do enter again when you see that over the coming days. And we will announce next week the winner for that one. Again, it may be £10 next week, it may be more. So keep your eyes out. And you never know, you may be the next winner. And of course, don't forget we also do our Flaunt It Friday giveaway for a discount code for those we feature as well. So keep your eye out for that and lots of other things that we announce as we go through each week. So, well done, Debbie. Have you seen?
Congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. What would you spend £10 on, Anya?
I think you know the answer.
A Mumbles bear.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's not obsessed.
Either that or what would be the next thing?
Either that or what would be the next thing? Sparkly mug. Am I right?
You are
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah. Not predictable.
Not predictable, not easily pleased at all.
No.
If there's a bear, Anya's there.
Well, that rhymed.
Yeah, that did, didn't it? It wasn't
I'm
intentional.
impressed.
What would you spend £10 on, guys? I'd be interested to know. What would be your next go-to item that you must have, but you can't quite allow yourself to get it yet? Right. So, self-adhesive and HTV available in our pattern vinyl. This is one of the rainbows. It's coming up to Gay Pride Month next month. So there'll be lots of parades. It's festival season. Rainbows are always really popular for festival season. And Father's Day. And again, this design, I think, fulfills all of those briefs, actually. And I'm going to have to hope I can see well in here tonight. It's so bright with my camera lights on. Apologies if I stab you, Mr. Rainbow. So this is tonight's exclusive free cut file. Please comment if you would like it, and Anya will send you the exclusive link because it is not available on the website. She's giggling over there. What have you discovered, Anya?
One of our customers put cake, but unfortunately we don't sell cake.
Oh, I'll have to put that in the suggestion tin. What do you reckon the chances are? I make a mean cake. Craft with GM Crafts and make a cake whilst you're waiting for your machine to cut. That's a new one, isn't it?
Ooh, sounds complicated.
That does sound complicated, doesn't it? I'd have to do it in the kitchen.
Yeah.
What do you reckon, guys? What cake would you make? I made a coffee cake at the weekend. Didn't last 5 minutes, did it, Anya?
It didn't.
It's the trouble when you live with 3 hungry men. So this mounting design is obviously suitable for everybody. I said to Anya when I was making it earlier, I'm really rather wishing now that I'd cut it and made a t-shirt for me with it. I really like it.
Yeah. I think we're going to have to make more.
I think we are. I really quite like this design. I can see it on a black t-shirt for me. Now
I
obviously,
think it looks nice on the black.
yeah, it does look nice on the black, doesn't it? My fingers are so warm. Now, if you struggle to weed, do you remember last week we discussed this? I was going to do it actually, and I forgot. If you struggle to weed, you can reverse weed this by using it on the app tape first, and then weeding it, and then weed, and then transfer it. You could always do it that way, which sometimes can be really helpful because you can see more what you're doing, she says. Or do what I've just done there, because this room is so bright. If you haven't got your weeding light, like I've got a weeding pad here, but it's difficult because it's counteracted by the bright studio lights. But if you haven't got a weeding pad, just turn it. The ideal thing with this pattern vinyl is you can just turn it over. Just see if I can show you on camera. You can turn it over to see where it's cut. Can you see that? Don't know whether you can. Which is ideal when you're weeding. Get in there. There we go. So we've cut that, weeded it, and now we need to transfer it. Now our pattern vinyl always comes with its own application tape. It's a bit like self-adhesive, in so much as you cut it pattern face up and then you transfer it after weeding. Or before weeding, like I just said, and reverse weed it. So we've cut it, use the milky transfer sheet, take the sheet off. So it comes like that, take the sheet off. You're right, Anya?
Weedy catcher.
Oh, the weeding waste collector?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get it in a second. I'm going to use it on the white one. What would you like to know, my love?
Just wanting to show it.
Yeah, I'll show it in a minute because I'm going to use it on the white because I find it really helpful. So when I'm transferring self-adhesive or HTV, turn it over and then rub the app tape on the back. Because then that pushes it into your app tape. Just move that to one side a minute because I don't want to push on the pad.
Can you get the tweezers on our website?
Yes, you can. They are fantastic. Oh, stab myself. They are fantastic.
So fantastic, you can stab yourself.
Yeah, so fantastic. You can cut yourself and stab yourself with them. But no, they are good. I'd be lost without them. So there you go. That's transferred. So we'll do the white next. But yes, they are really good. I dropped mine. I've got a wooden floor in my office in here. So I dropped mine earlier on today. It's about the 10th time I've dropped them now. And I bent them very, very gently on the end. But I just literally just moved them like that and it bent back, and it's been fine ever since. So yeah, they are brilliant. I would be lost without them, as Anya will tell you. I have dexterity issues, which isn't something you could quite perhaps believe, because I do this, but I can only do this with the right tools, and these really do make a difference. My fingers get stuck otherwise. So do you remember I left this on the mat earlier so that I could trim it afterwards, so I didn't lose any of my vinyl? So I'm just going to trim that now. It's difficult to see in this light. It's so bright in here today.
Do you have the new press in?
We do have the new easy presses in. Anya has the links in that thing I gave you, Anya. So Anya can send you the links with discount codes and everything all in one. Yes, we do have it in, and I'm going to use it tonight in a moment. So here it is, and we've got an unboxing video on our YouTube channel if you would like it, showing you how to set it up as well, which is very helpful because it does have a heat app that you need to activate it with. You can use it as a standalone afterwards, but you do need the heat app to activate it. Right, so this is a very intricate design I've created on this. If you find that you're losing the little tails, you'll see in a minute, don't panic, just pull them off and just go for the middle part of the letter, because I find sometimes when I'm weeding I'm a bit heavy-handed, so if I like to have that option that I can do it intricately, but I can also take the intricate bits away and just leave the big chunky bit of the letter. So don't panic if you do struggle with it.
Do you no longer sell your own blank pads?
We don't at present, unfortunately. Because of the issues with importing different, you've heard about it all in the news, all different parts and things, we decided that we would concentrate on the cry cut pad for now. So we have discontinued ours for the time being. We may bring it back if we can get the parts, but it's trying to keep things affordable for everybody, and it got a little bit too expensive for us to manufacture at present. So no, at the moment we haven't got our weeding pads, sadly, which is a shame because actually I really did like it.
We also have another question.
Yeah.
Do you do faux leather at all?
We don't do faux leather. We could add it to our suggestion box though, couldn't we?
Yeah.
We do some lovely animal prints. We do some different alligator type designs and cheetah type designs, and the green alligator actually looks really good. It's very leathery in my opinion. I like it. So you can always have a look at that on the pattern designs.
We also have that velvety one, don't we?
We also have flock, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's like a felt.
That's like a felt, like
felt type.
yeah, it is a bit like felt and yeah.
Alicia said the other day it's a bit like Sylvanian families, I think.
Yeah, a new book type feel
like
to it.
enough.
Yes, yes, I'd agree with you there. So we're getting there. This is where I bring this in now to put my little bits in. This is an ideal little weeding waste collector because you can run your tweezers in the gap.
Is the bright pad on your website?
Yes, it is.
I'll send a link.
We did only have a couple left earlier, so
yes.
if everybody rushes to get it, don't panic, put yourself on the wait list and then we'll notify you as soon as we've got more stock in. Get in there. Now remember I said to you, if you lose these little bits, don't panic. You can always just take them all away and just go for the actual letters itself. My hand doesn't want to play ball tonight.
It's all the baking you did.
It is all the baking I did. I made no end of baking at the weekend. Anya did help me, to be fair. But we were really rather busy. Right. We're there, I do believe. I always double check by turning it over, because sometimes when you look at it from reverse, it confuses the brain. So remember, because we're layering tonight, you do need to consider when you're layering about reducing your heat temperature times. So I always try and go for, if you've got a choice of temperatures with a product, then try and choose the one that suits the lowest temperature possible for whichever one you can. Unfortunately tonight, because I'm using the pattern, I need to do 160. And I'm going to layer that first so that the Eco, which only needs 5 seconds at that temperature, can go on afterwards. So I'm not overheating it. You're right there, Anya?
Yes.
I've got a question.
Who is it you have to speak to when selling the bears, please, or before putting the vinyl up?
You need to speak with, if you want to claim that your item is CE marked, because they are CE marked now, but once you apply the vinyl on, until you've spoken to the CE markers who will tell you how to self-test, you can't claim it's CE marked because you've not followed their test. And it is something you can do yourself. So you don't, a lot of people think that it costs an arm and a leg. It doesn't. You just have to follow their rules and testing. And you should speak to trading standards if you're not sure, or if you've not dealt with this before, just so that you know the rules and regulations on soft toys and selling them on. And that's something that you must do for yourself. Please don't go to these Facebook groups and they'll say, oh, you don't need to do this, or you don't need to do that. Always do your own research and speak to the official parties. That way you don't have any issues, and that's something that I strongly recommend, because then you know you're doing it right. And for the sake of, they're very helpful. They'll send you an email and tell you exactly what they want you to do. And their website's also very good as well. And there is a blog on our website with the links as well, isn't there, on that? Yes. So you can always go and have a look at that. So I'm going to set the temperature on this. Now we do have an unboxing video on this new Easy Press 3. This is the 9x9 size. We also do a 12x10. I find this size is perfect, and the thing that you have to remember when using non-cry-cut vinyl is you can set the temperature and time manually once you've set it up with the heat app. So don't panic. And our vinyl is always one press front only, so please don't follow the rule of turning it over and repressing. That won't do you any favours. You're right, Anya?
Never quit, and all the questions are firing
yeah.
out now. Do you have to do that as well if you're sublimating?
Yeah, I would, just for your own peace of mind. For the sake of an email, I would always do it, and then you're covered if anything. Well, you're just covered, and then you know that you're not going to be having any issues, and you know you can go to bed at night and not worry about it. So yeah, I would do that. Right, so your Easy Press can be set up using the Easy Press. It has to be set up using the Easy Press app for the first use. And it does come with the materials in the box to set it up. So you get a little bag in the cry-cut box with this cry-cut vinyl ready cut, and the heat app talks you through applying it. We've done a video on this on our YouTube channel, and we're very happy to give you the link for that to follow you and talk you through. And also then we showed you on the same video we created using our UK transfers afterwards to show you how you can use it without the app manually as well, which obviously we're going to do now as well. Now, I did mention earlier, don't forget those discount codes before I go on. 5GM Live is the first discount code, and this gives you 5% off machines, presses, sawgrass printers and bundles, paper, sawgrass paper and sublimation sheets, but not the Graphtec models. So the machines it will give you off the Cry-Cut and the Silhouette range, and the Sawgrass range of printers and bundles, not the individual products. All of the heat presses, the 5GMC live code will give you, 5GM live code will give you a 5% discount on the presses, and it will also give it you on our bulk trade roll section, 5% off, and that's valid until Friday midnight, 48 hours time basically, the 20th of May 2022. The 15 GM live code, that will give you 15% off all of our vinyl section. So that's the whole self-adhesive section on our website, the whole HTV section on our website, all of our app tape, our papercraft section, our iron-on transfers and our iron-on transfer doodles, all of our pattern vinyl, and all of our mystery boxes and our starter kits as well in vinyl. So that's a really good saving of 15%, and again valid until midnight Friday the 20th 2022. Anya has the details so she can give those to you as well so that you're not confused. If you want to order a machine and then you want to order a vinyl, then you need to use two different codes and do 2 different orders to take advantage of that, because you can only use 1 code per checkout. And that mystery box, the Jubilee mystery box, if you use that 15 GM live code tonight, it will give you, instead of £84.99, it will bring it down to £72.24, which is an incredible saving. And that will save you over 70, I think it's £75 or something like that. And for that box, you will get 25 A4 sheets of self-adhesive permanent vinyl in 12 different colours, including 5 stained glass, 2 full-size 12-inch rolls of pattern self-adhesive, 4 A4 sticker sheets of the UK stickers, which is over 100 stickers, again self-adhesive permanent, a full 12-inch or 2.4 metre length of reusable app tape. And then moving on to the HTV part of the box, which is just incredible, you've got 2 full 12-inch roll size of the HTV glitter in that box, 4 pattern HTV rolls full size 12-inch in there, 4 12-inch rolls of Eco HTV, and then 2 sheets, which gives you 12 HTV transfers in total of our UK Jubilee range. And of course, that bear and his amazing t-shirt, which can also be sublimated on, as well as HTV, and we made him last week, as you saw. So if you want to see that before I finish the live tonight, let me know, because it's, yep, go on.
Are you doing a separate winner on TikTok and Instagram?
Not this week, but there may be next week, right. So do keep your eye out. So there is 1 winner this week, and next week it may be different again.
Do we also sell cardstock?
We do sell a massive amount of cardstock now, and that 15 GM live discount code is valid on that till 12 o'clock Friday night. So do take advantage of that. Anya in that Anya will give you the codes and the link to the papercraft section, and there's some incredible, and we've got loads of free cut files for cards, including, I don't know whether you saw last week, it's still on our website, and Anya again could give you the link if you want it. We did these cards, loads of cards on the website, free cut files. So we've got this 21, which can be used as a 3D card, or we could turn it into a cake topper following the tutorial. We had this 70 birthday. These are all using our cardstock. So, finger caught then. So that's our 70 cards. That's a 3D card. And we've got 70 Jubilee card that we made. First birthday. On 18th. And we've got 40th, and we've got Mother's Day, and we've got Father's Day, we've got love cards, we've got Valentine's cards on there. There's lots of cards.
Did you say not to press the back when you've
Yes.
vinyled the front?
Never press the back. Whenever you're applying vinyl, our vinyl, we always recommend that you press the front only. And the reason for that is you're pressing firmly into the fabric, you're pushing the adhesive and fabric together to effectively weld it through a heat and pressure process. If you turn it over, you're going to undermine that and melt the adhesive out of those fibres again, which won't work. So always press on the front for our vinyl only. So this is the rainbow design. So I'm just going to press. Now I always use plenty of pressure. I've preheated the t-shirt to remove any moisture like we discussed earlier. Always keep any seams, stitching off the press area. Always use a firm, hard table, and preferably a heat press mat. Never use an ironing board because that again stops you from using that pressure.
Oh, what's the difference with the Easy Press you're using there and the Easy Press 2, please?
The Easy Press 2, this has a slightly, bear with me, let me just concentrate on taking this off a second. This has a slightly different base to it on the bottom, so this is edge to edge, right to the edge, the heat element on this, so it gives a much more even heat process, and it is then able to be used with the heat app, so you can set it up to work. So you can set up a whole process, so you can set up how long you want to preheat it for, how long you want to press it for, and it will take you through that step by step, or you can use it like we are doing now, freehand, and do it exactly as we are now, like you would previously. And it is Zen Blue, which everybody, including Anya, has gone mad for. But failing that, it is still, the red one, the Easy Press 2, is still very good. But obviously, as is always the case, they work hard to increase their technology within these things. It's also been marketed for sublimation, as well as infusible inks. And it goes up, it has a more even temperature setting on it, so they say. So. Right, Eco, 5 seconds.
It's looking good on this colour as well, isn't it?
It is looking good on this red, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really vivid. Now, if you've not quite caught it, go back in for a second or two and do it again. I don't think I pushed in enough there. And just let it cool for a second or two. Yeah, it's looking nice on the camera there as well, isn't it?
It is. It's lovely.
That's caught it this time. So you just have to, if you don't panic, if it doesn't work the first time, just go back for a couple more seconds. And what I always do when I've layered, because you quite often end up with a press mark there and a press mark there, is just get your silicone paper over very briefly and just run your press over like an iron. And there you go. If you want this free cut file, please let Anya know, as it's exclusive to the live, so you won't get it anywhere else. It may come onto the website at some point, but it may not be free. So take advantage of it while you can.
One more quickly.
Yeah.
How do you know where best to place your design on the t-shirt? For example, do you do a template?
I never do a template, I do it by eye. There is some of our tutorials that we've done, including this week's beer t-shirt that we've shown you on our website, which Anya can give you the link for. And this, we showed you how to line it up perfectly squarely. So we fold the t-shirt in half, we ironed it, and then we showed you how to fold the vinyl design back on itself and pinch the crease to create a line between the two that you could line up perfectly. So we have done that a number of times with different designs to show you. And it varies. This is a man's t-shirt, and men tend to have their design slightly lower down than women's front. If this is a ladies, because of their bust line, you would need this just slightly up. Whenever I do one for Anya, for example, I always line it up with the armpit, so I tend to have that as my middle point. So if it was for a lady, I'd move this up just a tad to meet the middle in the armpit. For men, I tend to put the top of it to meet the line of the armpit, because I think it just looks better when it's worn. But it does come down to personal preference. Some people prefer a line further up. If it's a very large person, then you may want it lower down so it sits on their stomach area a bit more to make that more defined, so that the design sort of looks and is more flattering. It really does vary. Children's, again, it can vary on the children's size. This was a children's t-shirt I made earlier. So again, as you can see, this is for a child, so I've actually done the design higher. So that's your armpit line. This is kind of where I'd put it for a lady, actually. So this is an armpit line, and I've done it there. Can you see? So it's slightly higher up. So you don't want the design to be quite under the chin, but equally you don't want the design to be tucked into their trousers. So that's how I always try and work my designs out. But as you see with all of our tutorials, we try and show you the best positioning each time. So if you follow that idea, then you shouldn't go far wrong.
Wow.
Yeah?
One more question.
Of course.
Why is she pressing so hard like that?
I always press hard. Our vinyl, our own brand vinyl, needs pressure, and we have an article on the website that explains why that pressure needs to be created, and all of our products, all of our vinyl has individual application guides with instructions on pressure. Pressure and heat are the two key things that will work. Heat works like a chemical reaction. Heat, time and pressure is what sets the vinyl and gives you a perfect finish that will wash and wash and wash and wash, which is what you want. So if you don't put any, if you just got your press and just pressed it on like that, you'll find that it will wash off because it's just sitting on the surface. When you put the pressure in, it creates a bond in the fabric weave, and the adhesive will draw into the fabric weave, and you will find that you can't even feel where the vinyl and fabric begin and end. You don't have a crease or a fold or a line. You can obviously feel the textural difference of the vinyl and the fabric, but you can't, there's no lump or step, because it's pulled it and it's literally melded itself into the fabric perfectly. We work really hard to get the temperature, time settings and pressure settings for our vinyl and designs for you so that you can have maximum success. And we have lots of articles and instructions and step-by-steps on all of them on the website as well, if you want the links. Now, did you see this week's free cut files? I just wanted to show you. So this went live on Monday. It's on the website. If you would like the link, please let us know. So I know how much you all love a butterfly. So this was our butterfly swarm that we created. And we used the white gloss, and we used our Galaxy 10 pattern vinyl for this. But obviously you could use whatever you like. I quite fancy the idea of making it with our green Galaxy vinyl, actually. I think that would look really nice. And then going on the Jubilee Mystery box, we've created loads of free cut files to get you inspired for the Jubilee that you can use with the vinyl that's in the Jubilee Mystery box. And of course, you could just buy the vinyl individually. And this is on our blog, should you want that one. Make sure she's in the picture for you. So that's been very popular. Lots of customers have been showing us their variations on this. I've seen some brilliant variations using different vinyls, which has been nice to see from our range. And then we also have the London Bridge. So again, this cut file is available on our website for you. So that's again using all of our, this was layering our Eco HTV from the Jubilee Mystery box. This was this last week's, this one I'm just about to show them, Anya? I think it was. No, the week before.
Yeah, we didn't do it. We did something else.
Yeah, we did something else last week, which I've got as well. So we've got this on the free cut file if you want it for the Jubilee Mystery box. Again, we made cards with that as well, using our card files and our card stock. And our stickers in the Jubilee Mystery box, but again, available separately, using that cut file. So that complemented it beautifully. And then we've got this one. Again, using the Union Jack and that very popular butterfly theme. This file, again, is only exclusive to live viewers, so if you want this, you're going to have to ask us for it. It isn't available on our website anywhere at all. And last week's, this has just gone live today on the website. We made this with the Jubilee Mystery Box purple on a t-shirt, which I'll show you in a minute, but this is live as a blog on our website showing you how to use self-adhesive ombre and how to create a picture frame, including using our matte vinyl as a background to make it look lovely for you. Very popular design this has been. Last week we made it as a t-shirt. I'll show you that. You got any questions over there, Anya?
I'm just checking. It's going like crazy.
That was available last week, and that's what you can get that cut file. You can still view this live. That made the Inhale, Love, Exhale, Gratitude t-shirt on our YouTube, but the cut file is available on our website. And again, Anya can give you the link for that. And going back to that mystery box, there's a couple of samples I just want to share with you because I don't think we're going to have stock of it for more than a few more days at most. So I want you to take advantage of it with your 15% discount code. And there was this free cut file we made using the mystery box, including the print and cut corgi. So we do print and cut vinyl. And then we also did this cut file for the Jubilee mystery box. This was the less is less, or less is more design. And on the other side I went crazy. This is more me. This is the more is more. So again, this cut file and tutorial is available on the website. You can buy the products individually, and you can also get these products all in the Jubilee mystery box. So going back to that mystery box again, and there's discount codes so you don't miss out. 5GM Live gives you 5% discount off of our cutting machines. So that's the Cricut Silhouette range, not the Graphtec. It cuts off all of the heat presses, easy presses, mug presses, 5% off all the mug presses, and even that new Sizer clamp press that we've got in. It also gives you 5% off our bulk rolls and 5% off our Sawgrass, couldn't think of the word then, my brain just went completely blank. Sawgrass sublimation printer bundles too. And then lastly, of course, 5% off the bulk rolls with the 5GM Live code and 5% off the sublimation printer paper packs. So that gives you that. Or alternatively, if you want vinyl, then the 15GM Live code will give you 15% off our mystery boxes, off our starter kits for the vinyl, off all of our paper craft section, which is incredible, off all of our self-adhesive vinyl for our range, not the Silhouette or the Cricut vinyl, but ours. So that entire self-adhesive section, the entire HTV section, again, not the Cricut or the Silhouette, but ours. All the pattern vinyl, all of our iron-on transfers, our transfer doodles, and our app tapes as well. So that's 15GM Live for that. And those discount codes will expire on Friday night. So you've just got about 48 hours to take advantage of them. And that expires Friday, May the 20th, 2022 at midnight. So do grab those. And if you want the details, the information, then obviously please comment for any of the cut files or any of the things that we've discussed tonight, and we'll gladly help you. And if you're watching this on playback, then do comment and we will still come back to you and give you all the live cut files and obviously the code details if it's before midnight on Friday the 20th of May 2022. Any questions before I leave, Anya?
No, I can't spot any. I think we're okay.
Okay. Lastly, before I do leave you, I just wanted to re-announce that winner for the £10 credit with us for Debbie Butler. Do watch out for the next announcement for that competition. Let me show you what it's going to look like so you know what you're looking for. Read the rules because it may be different this week. We're going to try and mix it up for you. So do read what it says when it says please read the following to it, how to enter. That's your discount. That's the giveaway that you need to be looking out for. And of course, watch out for our next lot of free cut files that we'll be launching on our blog this week. Watch our social media pages. We post every day. We have lots of things we like to share with you. So if there's anything you'd like us to bring you next week for our live, or any cut files or tutorials you'd like to see, please let us know. And we look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.